Make 'em whistle like a missile. Bomb, bomb.
Hi guys, what's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In case you're seeing me for the very first time, my name is Sonia. In my previous video, I did mention that we're going to be delving into a whole lot of other things like business. So today we are talking business. I'm going to be sharing 5 things I wish I knew before starting my business. I recently launched a business in Nigeria. It's called Clarence. We're into hotel amenities and cleaning supplies. Supplies like detergents. I have my detergent here. This is Nigeria's second pink detergent after clean. This is my pink detergent. I have so many packs of this. I also have laundry bar soaps, bleach, paints, so many things were into that. Hotel amenities like body washes, shampoos, conditioners, vanity sets, dental kits, name it, anything that you would literally need in a hotel, we supply that, okay? And then the cleaning supplies. So I'm going to be sharing 5 things that I wish I knew before starting out this business. Number 1 is emotions. You need to learn how to contain your emotions. Way before I started my business, I had already shared the good news. It had gone before me. My words had gone before me like a forerunner. I've told everybody, my friends, my family, my mom, everybody knew that, okay, I want to start out this business. Not containing your emotions will make you become delusional. And when you're delusional, you think that once I start, customers are going to be coming from the left, right, center. They just want to, everybody's just waiting to come and buy whatever it is that you're selling. And that is really unrealistic. In business, you have to do away with emotions and work with facts and figures. Now, because I've told everybody, I was now pressured into showing something for it, and it did not give me enough time to do my research properly. And that brings me to number 2. You have to do proper market research. Now, this is actually a very dangerous area to tread on because so many people spend so much time researching that they don't even start. Get what I'm saying? There are so many persons that they'll think about this business. They want to do a particular business, but they'll go on and on and on and on and on researching. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 5 years. Somebody is still researching business idea. No, that's not what I mean. What I mean by market research is whatever product it is. In my case, it's detergents, bar soaps, cleaning supplies, and hotel amenities. Now, whatever research I'm doing has to revolve around the chemical industry. What do I need? I need to find out where I could get my raw materials at an affordable rate. What are the things that I need? How do I make this business to be sustainable? What are those things that I should put in place? What are those things that I should employ to make sure that this business is going to be sustainable, that this business will be alive and running in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, even like forever, right? What are those things that I need to put together? That is your research. Remember, I said that doing your research is actually a very dangerous place to be in. Again, because so many persons spend so much time doing the research that they don't execute. I encourage you to do your research. However, I'll also implore you to also start, right? Because there are some other things that you need to learn whilst you've already started your business. Number 3 is sustainable raw materials. For every production business, the bedrock is your raw materials. It is your raw materials that are going to determine your production cost. It is your production cost that will determine your selling price, right? So you need to know where to get your raw materials. For example, when I went to go and source for raw materials for my business, I went to the market. You go to a particular place, they'll tell you that, oh, this is 500 naira per kilogram. You go to another place, they'll tell you, oh, this is 800 naira per kilogram. You go to another shop, they'll tell you, oh, it's actually 600 naira per kilogram. You need to know exactly where to source your raw materials from. Not just your raw materials that you need for packaging. So the first time I bought this pouch, I actually bought it at a very high amount. It was exorbitant that when I calculated my production cost and included the cost of packaging, like I could not even sell. My first sale of my detergent, I had to remove my costs of my cost of packaging, because if I added packaging cost, people will not buy because it was expensive. So you need to source your raw materials properly. Fourth thing that you need to know or you need to have is financial literacy. While we were in primary school, secondary school, we were taught that you make profits by CP minus SP is your profits, your cost price, your selling price. Those are the things that they taught us in school, right? But no one has actually taught you how to calculate your cost price. Most of us that are into business, what you do is just to calculate the cost of your raw materials, calculate the cost of your packaging, and that is it. You forget to add the cost of transportation to the market to buy the raw materials. You forgot to add transportation to the place where you're going to sell your products. Okay, let's keep transportation aside. Have you thought about the wear and tear of your machine that you're using? You need to put these things into consideration. The wear and tear of your machine. You need to put in a percentage, a room for increments, because now fuel price has increased. Are you going to increase the price of your products because fuel price has increased? No, you're certainly not going to do that. Are you going to increase the cost of your products because transportation has increased? Some of these brands that you have in the market, you notice that over a period of time, they have a fixed amount for their products. Let's say you go to buy a product A. You go there today, the product is 15 naira. You go there tomorrow, the product is 15 naira. Over the next 1 month, that product is 15 naira. You'll be more inclined to buy because you know that, okay, I'm going to the market today, I'm going to buy this for 15 naira. But if you go and buy a product, they tell you today 15 naira, tomorrow they tell you 20 naira, tomorrow they tell you 30 naira, you will not. Now, the reason why companies or brands are able to maintain a fixed price regardless of what is happening is because in that cost price, you're supposed to leave room for increments. You're supposed to leave room for mistakes. You're supposed to leave room for extra, for miscellaneous. You're supposed to calculate all of these things. So financial literacy is something that I wish I knew while starting off my business. You also need to do a cost comparison. You need to know these particular products that I have, how much is it actually sold in the market? What do others sell their own for? How much is it? You don't want to price yourself too low. You also do not want to price yourself too high. So you need to know this properly. This is something that affected me while I started my business. I did not have proper financial literacy. I was not able to calculate my cost price well, and as a result, I did not make enough profit. Another thing that people fail to add when calculating their cost price is the cost of labor. Yes, even though it's a small business, even though you're the person running it, you do not pay yourself from the profits. You calculate your labor and include it in your cost of production. The profit is your profit. It's something that if you want to put it back in the business, you put it back in the business, but you don't pay yourself from profits. That is the same way if you're running a school or an organization, you do not pay your workers from your profits. Every other thing is part of your production cost. So I wish I knew how to calculate my production cost when I started my business. So the fifth one is consistency. Remember when I said that my first production, I did not make profits. I almost sold below my cost price, but I continued. I had to do it. So that is what I'm advising you to do. You don't expect to make profits overnight. You might not even make profits within the first 2 productions, or you might not make the type of profits that you're expecting, but you need to stay consistent. And that is what business is all about. A good business is all about turnover. 50% profit is sometimes not achievable for a small business owner, and that is the reason why you need to stay consistent. It's little by little, because people don't even know you yet. Nobody knows your product. Nobody knows anything about it. Nobody can vouch for the credibility of your product, and that is why you need to stay consistent, continue to be in people's faces until they are able to trust you with their money. Okay, so that is it for this video. I've shared 5 things I wish I knew before starting out my business. My name is Sonia once again. Please do not forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on post notification so that you will be notified anytime I upload a new video. Bye.